New Creations. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Thanks for weathering the storm. It looks like it's about to hit.
That's right.
You can see all the umbrellas kind of flapping in the wind over here. So, hey, just tell us a little bit about yourself. You know, we were talking about you graduating from A&M, having a background in engineering. How did you get here in your own words, if you will?
Yeah, so my name is Eric Puls. I'm the franchise owner of the Houston location of the New Creations franchise. I've been doing that for about a year now. HAA member for about the past 6-7 months, so still pretty new to it. But yeah, like you said, I've got a master's in civil structural engineering, undergrad at Michigan, master's at A&M, and then worked for 10 years in oil and gas, in engineering and project management. Wanted to own a business in some ways, so started looking into a few different franchise systems, and this is the one I settled on. New Creations Surface Repairs. We offer a very unique service, which I'm sure we'll talk about a little bit more. But yeah, here I am. Happy to be here.
All right, Eric, we're going to jump into the questions here. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, so you prepared. You said you prepared. You took notes.
I'm prepared. Let's do
Okay,
it.
there will be a test. There will be a test.
I'm ready.
So here we go. They say home is where the heart is. Where does your heart call home?
So for the last 13 years, the Houston area has been home. Before that, it was Michigan. But really, I can be at home almost anywhere. At this stage in my life, I would say I'm most at home with my family, wherever that may be. My wife and I have two young boys, age 2 and age 4. So we're at a stage in life where family time is a big priority. So yeah, I would say family time, wherever that is, that's home to me.
Any the children to go to A&M? Are they going to be engineers as well, or
Whoever pays for their education, I'll send them there. If that's A&M, then great.
But, okay, so as long as they make a decision, then you're
That's right. That's right.
So if you don't mind me asking, what does your up to?
My wife is a teacher. She's a dyslexia teacher in Fort Benton School District.
Okay. All right. Are you ready for the second question?
I'm ready.
All right, Eric. I love this next question. So people find themselves networking, or they may literally find themselves in an elevator at an event, or you may literally find yourself on a escalator, if you will. So this is always an interesting answer by everyone. So in your own words, instead of an elevator pitch, imagine we're on an escalator. What would you highlight about it?
Yeah, so New Creations, we are a surface repair company. It's kind of an outside-the-box type of service. So we repair and restore over 100 different materials and surfaces without tearing out or replacing anything. So basically, in the right situation, we're a cheaper and faster alternative to having to replace things. This is generally any surface that can be like scratched, gouged, chipped, cracked, water damaged, pet damaged, stained, torn up, worn out, all that. In the multifamily world, that's usually things like floors, countertops, cabinets, bathtubs, showers, sinks, tile, doors, trim, siding, and a lot more. And then outside of that, we also do all types of furniture, automotive interiors. So we typically do our repairs to a level where a neutral observer wouldn't notice the damage or the repair. When we really do it right, our customers will say it's magic. So that's what we want to hear. So yeah, that's what we do.
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't think I've met a fellow vendor supplier that was vertical.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
Yeah, that's actually how the New Creations franchise actually started out as strictly an automotive vendor and then expanded more into home and property and furniture.
That is interesting. Okay. Well, let's move on. So I'm dying to know, based on your background and based on where you are and based on this automotive vertical that you have. So how would you describe your role within your company?
So like I mentioned, New Creations is a franchise system. I'm the owner of the Houston franchise. My role at this point is still some of everything. I started this business about a year ago. We turned 1 year old this past week.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. So at this point, I'm still doing some of everything. My most important role is sales, bringing in new customers, getting more work, making sure our customers understand what we really offer because it's kind of a unique service. but I'm still a part-time technician, sales, marketing, admin, accounts payable, HR, some of everything. Yeah. So yeah, for example, this morning I repaired a hole in a bathroom sink, and now I'm here today talking with you. So my days can go in a lot of different directions sometimes, but yeah, definitely looking to narrow that down as the business grows. Get more toward working on the business instead of in the business. But at this point, it's still the reality where I have to do some of everything, and that's okay. I mean, I'm okay with that. I enjoy what I do. Now I'll benefit from having some knowledge of every role as the business grows.
Do you have a business card for every different role that you have?
I don't. My business card is franchise owner, which right now that means some of everything.
Right. Okay, that's good to know. So let's keep going. So this question, I find this interesting because everyone has a different level, if you will, of contracting. So based the amount of a given contract, it could be the manager, or it could be the regional manager, or it could be the owner, or
Yeah.
So I'm curious, who would you consider your best business partner? Is it managers, management companies? Is it owners? How would you answer?
Yeah, for me, I definitely get the best reception from on-site managers, and also maintenance managers. They they see the value in what we do. With what we do relative to a lot of other services, we're a relatively low ticket service. So like the management decisions on what we do are usually at the property level. We're not really doing things that involve big contracts across multiple properties where, upper management or ownership gets involved. So really it's individual property managers that we're usually dealing with. And then also outside the property management world, we have good success with companies like moving companies, insurance and warranty, restoration companies, RV and boat dealers, GCs, flooring installers, basically anybody who sometimes might do some accidental damage that's more than what they can touch up themselves. That's where we can help out a lot.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because I think it's important for everyone to know that not just the management side would be considered, but other vendor suppliers can also be your clients.
Definitely.
Guys watching this, connect with Eric and you could subcontract him out.
Yeah.
And collaborate.
Yeah, there's definitely times where I might be able to help them if they damage something, or their customer might not want full replacement. But also there's times where somebody brings me something that's beyond what I can repair, and I need, a regular flooring installer or GC to, refer to replace some cabinets or something. So it goes both ways with that.
That's a great answer. Okay, all right. So I know you've been part of ambassadors for a little bit now, so I'm curious to how you answer this particular question. So, as an ambassador and HA member, what advice or best practices would you share with other ambassadors and members to help them be successful?
Yeah, great question. So yeah, in just a few months in the HAA and the ambassadors program, I've seen it as a great program, great opportunity to learn from people, with a lot of experience in being a supplier to the industry. I found a lot of people who are very willing to share their experience and share advice when they're asked. So my advice is, learn from everybody, take advantage of all the knowledge in the room. At any ambassador meeting, there's people out there who have been doing this for years or decades. And if you just talk to them, there's a lot of things that they're willing to share and help you out. I mean, for me personally, I had no background in what I do, no background in sales, no background in multifamily. It was all new to me. So, just being able to talk to people and learn from people it's made a huge impact on my business. I would also say take advantage of the opportunity to get in front of property managers with these property surveys. You get a much different reception walking in as an HA volunteer than as just another vendor trying to sell something. So when you walk in with the lanyard, you're there to gather some information for HA and then also mention what you do. You can make a big impact that way as well.
I think that's awesome. I'm glad you mentioned property surveys because for us as ambassadors, that's huge.
Yeah.
And, there's points. I tell everybody.
Yeah, score some points for your team.
Points you can claim those points and use that as a
for yourself as well.
So yeah.
Somebody's got to catch up to Dennis one of these days.
Dennis, shout out to Dennis.
That's right.
All right. So okay, here's our parting shot. We'll close. So it's a perfect segue, right, for what you just said. What is your go-to strategy for networking and meeting people you don't? How do you go about
Yeah. I would kind of repeat what I said for the last question, which is try to learn something from everybody. I think no matter what position you're in or what position they're in, everybody can learn something from somebody. So like if you go into a conversation with that as your goal to learn from somebody, whatever that is, you end up showing a genuine interest in that person and what they do. And that usually leads to a positive conversation. Um, and also another thing I would say is have pictures ready to show what you're talking about. That's especially important for what we do with the kind of unique service
before and
that we
after?
sell. Yeah, it's very important to have visuals. So like I think with almost any service business, it helps to have a visual ready to show. So that's another one.
That's a great answer. Guys, Eric Puls, New Creations. You heard it here first. Reach out to him. You'll see him at the meetings. Network with him. Collaborate with him. He was brave enough to come and do the Ambassador Spotlight with me. You can too. Just reach out to me. And you have anything in closing you want to share with us?
Just thanks for the time. Thank you, Tito. And I encourage everybody to come and say hello. Look for the tallest guy in the room and let's talk sometime.
Sounds kind of Eric. Thanks for doing this. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Thank you very much.
Everyone, please take a look at Eric's work. Here is some before and after pictures. If you have a project that he can help you out with, reach out to him and collaborate.